Alrighty, Rue and Cuckoo Cuckoo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. Even though I just started, I stopped and ended up getting stuck down some other fucking rabbit hole of internet just looking at stuff while I tried to look for the thing I was looking for. And it was supposed to be a Nicholas Schwartzen, I believe that's his name, thing where he makes a joke. And I couldn't find a good video of it. And it was just like, okay, that's way dark. And I don't know if I want to do it. You can look it up if you'd like. I couldn't find a good version of it that I could like try to like make an audio outtake of, so I didn't. I just didn't like the quality. I didn't like there was one in my mind that I had seen him do, and I was just like, this didn't work out the way I wanted. I don't like this, so I didn't make it. So I just got distracted by doing other things. And now I'm back, and yeah, okay, no, this is the way it came from. Sorry. Having to remember, it's like, why is this door open if I haven't been through here? Am I on a conveyor belt loop? Or is... There's a Be My Valentine mug? Who makes a mug for that? What is this? I can't zoom in. It just looks like a... I don't know. It's a very general... prompt for something. Can I not zoom in? No. Alright. Okay, well, no zoomy zoom for me. Can't focus on things. Things are different colors. Don't know if it makes a difference. We're back to surname access. That's a thing. Nobody wants to close their file drawer things. People just leave papers on the ground, or maybe there was a quick need to leave. And then we're back to that who farted thing and can't get in there. Alright, well. I forgot that. I feel like the narrator told me what to do, and I already am like, yeah, I got distracted by the oddly high graphic picture. Oh, I could get into the rafters. Okay, well, I guess I just keep following the open doors. Well, now I have two to choose.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mr. Narrator, I don't know what bad things happen if I don't listen to you, but I am contrarian. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you're expecting of me, for me to be a contrarian and stuff. And I could just choose not to go in both. I could just be like, oh, but I feel like if I actually step in, even just a foot, the door's going to close just like it did here. And then suddenly I got the great white void behind me, which has this hum, and that might be the hum of the luminescent fluorescent lights above me, but I'm gonna see if the second I go through here, if it closes. No, I can go in.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I mean, maybe I could power load on some donuts. Right now, I have no idea what's going on. Just that, if I were here, and this were me, I would be concerned about what's going on. Like, this is very uncomfortable. I can't do anything. This noise is not, I'm typing on something. I don't have feet or hands or anything. I'm just a floating camera, but I make ticky-tacky typing on keyboard noises. Most of these places are disheveled. I can't open doors. I can't do anything. I can crouch in two different ways. I got 2 types of crouch. Why would you even do that? What sense does that make? It does seem like if I'm close enough to something, I might be able to open it if it would open, but nothing seems to open. Keep dry. Okay, so there's like an umbrella. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna see if when I go through this it closes. It does.
Truly a room worth admiring.
Yep.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Are they gonna let me move, or should I just stand here, drinking it all in?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Oh God, we are
so
not going to be
utterly
friends, are we?
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
No, I'm looking at the mugs and the paperwork, you fool. You don't give the ability to jump, so I'm trying to make the best of it.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his
You're
overall
creepy.
personality.
You're
It's possible
creepy.
that this is why everyone left.
Yes, everybody left because I was creepy and I enjoyed the break room. Like, I can't, like,
Stanley
look at this.
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Alright, well, but that hadn't happened yet, and this looks like something, like, I can't zoom any further, and I have shitty vision, and I can't, like, this is handwritten note on the ground, and this is as close as I can get to it. Like, I couldn't even tell you who it's from. It just looks like HBO, JNHG, just like, you know, like I'd have to look into it. It's like me trying to strain my eyes, which is probably not good. I can't even start the first thing. It's like, is the thing question mark? Who is, can't tell, spot, last, yep, nope. This person has better handwriting than me. It's just, it's kind of far away from my character to try to read. It's, who, the, can, man, yeah, I know. Like, the handwriting isn't terrible. It's legible. It's just my character can't zoom in or pick this up or anything about it. So it's you know, maybe if I had better vision, I could read it. Maybe if I took some effort to try to, like, grab something, it could make a difference. Time still seems to be passing by. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. It makes me worry, like, what happens, but, alright. Drinks are only $1.25, at least you guys are pretty cool about that. There's a lot of mugs, they say different things. Most of them don't really matter. This one's blue, it says coffee nut. And this one just says fuel. Alright, well, I bet this door's gonna close as soon as I leave, right? No. What?
But at last,
nope, there it
he
is.
had enough of the amazing room and
Oh,
took
it
the
was so
first
amazing,
open door
though.
on his left to get back to business.
But will I? I bet I won't have a choice. I feel like the time changed. I might be wrong. I should have paid closer attention. I don't know how important this is. That one's an interesting portrait picture. Nah, I'm gonna skip right past that. I'm not even gonna look inside. Because he tells me what to do, I am contrarian. Are you gonna close the door on me? What? You know? Not this time? This time you're not gonna force me to not? And I can't seem to take anything, like anything of value, like Not a pencil,
Stanley
not
was
a
so
pen.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I mean, are you the boss? You can fire me if you like. Come on, man. Fire me. Give me a pension. I'm just gonna go explore because... Oh. Well, looks like you decided to close the door on me. Alright, cool. Well, now I'm here. Seriously, you people need to stop just leave. Like, if I were the boss here, I'd be like, look, we're gonna have institute a rule. Like, I'm not like a harsh boss, but you guys can't just leave your coffee mugs everywhere. You know, each one could have like a symbol or a number or a name or a barcode on the bottom, and it's like, look, that's yours. You're responsible for it. So, warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo. Wow, that's $1,000. Penalty. Oh my god. Well, what if I jump off the cargo lift without being... I'm not on the cargo lift. Like, what are you going to do now?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform.
I didn't leap because you don't have a...
Death. Good
I couldn't...
job, Stanley.
Couldn't
Everyone
leap.
thinks you are very powerful.
I can't leap. You don't... I don't have the power to leap. You made it very clear through a... You gave me an achievement show telling me there is no jump button. I didn't leap. I walked off. It's a very big difference. At least be accurate in your... You gotta follow your own story. You made the rules. You can't be that unreliable as a narrator. Oh, am I back here? Oh my god, I'm all the way back here.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. I gotta go all the way back.
When Stanley
To the
came to a
left.
set of
Yep,
two
nope.
open doors, this
Nope.
was not the correct way to the meeting
I
room,
know,
and Stanley knew it perfectly
I know.
well.
You're so disappointed.
Perhaps he
in me.
wanted to stop by the employee
I'm a
lounge
bad
first, just
boy.
to admire it. Wow.
No,
yes,
I'm
this
not.
room. But
I'm already
eager to
gone.
get back to business,
Yeah, no.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, still not doing that. Just cause, like, and
Stanley was
I know
so
you're
bad at
controlling me by
following
telling me
directions,
what
it's incredible he
what
wasn't
to do
5
so
years
that I won't
ago.
do it. So I didn't jump off the platform, but let's see.
Look,
What's the
Stanley,
platform?
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
You're kind of a dick.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You're kind of a
I
dick.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
I
you've
should have gone this way.
forgotten about. What? Really?
Haha. Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Do you?
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give
Really?
me a chance.
Okay, I'll give you a shot, but I'm just saying, like, right now, you sound like GLaDOS from Portal, only more British and not auto-tuned, and, like, her, like, you're trying to pass off as sincere, but I don't feel it. I'm, like, kind of interested in this thing because it has like a weird brick pattern on top of a wood pattern at the same time, and it's sort of interesting. It's almost artistic. Like, psychiatrist asks you, what does this look like? It's like, well, it looks like a landscape where there's a lake, but within this lake there's caves, there are portals that are dangerous to other places, and there's like there's a nice little lake right here, and then there's this lake over here that's like filled with sulfur and shit, and then there's like a place that I want to be over here, which is like a platform, or it's like a craft or something that I could sort of pilot somewhere else, but I got to worry about this thing because, again, it's like a thing, and then there's that and this. It's like basically I can't really go many places. I got to get around this thing to get there. And there's no real way to do that. That's the way this game, and that's my thing. So, show me something beautiful, narrator. Because right now you're unreliable. and I don't trust you. Because you haven't even followed your own rules, so. And you keep making it so I can't go back. Like, do you think I'm the one doing... And it's the same thing. Do you think I'm the one shutting the door so I can't go back again? No, I doubt it.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
But... because you said so? Like... you said it's important. It's like... you know I'm not gonna. Like, I almost want to... just to be a dick. I'm gonna get close to it. Are you gonna close the red door on me? And now run to the blue door. Now run back out. Are you really gonna let me get in and out? Oh, okay. I'm still not going through the red door. You know that. Like, we both know that. Right?
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
You're gonna use your magic powers. This is where you display your abilities to magic power?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Yeah, there we go.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Normally I'm a red pill, but, you know, if you're going to force me to, that's not that's not that way.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
What's over there?
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
What's
Is
that?
this what you had wanted?
What's
Was
that?
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley.
I want to
Help
know.
elucidate these strange
I
and
want to know what
unknowable
that
desires
is.
of yours.
And
What
what
would
that
have
is.
made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
A portal
Skill
gun.
trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
A portal gun, dude.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
A
There
portal
we go.
gun.
A
Nope.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
It's not a portal
Go ahead,
gun.
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I want a portal gun. A portal gun would have been awesome. I'm sorry, I want Portal 3. I know Valve will never make it, but... why'd you make this one all... look like it's a... wooden... old school door? It's like... you told me to go through the red door. Technically, none of these doors are red. There's a red out there inside the door, but... let's go in the middle one. I don't know. Fuck it. And everything closes as soon as... oh, you fucko! You tricked me, you bastard! You bastard. Can I go through real quick? Can I...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Now I'm back here.
Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
I get the feeling if I picked the one that was far away, I probably still would have... I mean... well, okay, so, wait. Again, I still can't jump. But also, it doesn't look like I can see where I was before, and I still want to know what that is. Over there, obviously. And I can't see the two places that I would have come from. If I had to rate my experience, this didn't really make a big difference in it. I still ended up having to go to this place, which was the place that I went through before, and you didn't want me to. I would have had to go to the far one, but it still led me back to this, even though it's not the red door. I'm going to give you a 2. Sorry, buddy.
Well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either.
No.
You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
No.
Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
You're not quite GLaDOSing me, but
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to have to deal with...
I think I've knocked it out of the park.
I guess I'm just going to try to stand in the middle and hope that I don't just get... yep, teleported again. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. First, good old Neil is offline. Skid. What? There's. Wow. Okay. Woo! Wow, that's a lot. Hey, I'm top 1,000 though, or 10,000. That's me. I've spent 7 minutes and 37 seconds and 13, or, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Millisecond? No. I haven't spent 7 hours on this game. That doesn't make sense. I walked away for a minute and kind of left it running. That doesn't make sense. Those are on seconds. Okay, how long does it take you to get a correct door? Open. Oh, there it goes. There's no. It's like no way I've played this for 7 minutes. Do you mean since I've downloaded it? Because I did get distracted. I'm not gonna lie. But I hit pause. Should that still count? And even then, even counting, that's about the only way it could be 7 minutes or 7 hours, 37 minutes, and all this time. I feel like you're just insulting me. So we're back here, and we're back to that, and then I went through, they make me go that way, and I should have saw that, so I'm going to try this one, obviously. And it still gets me back to here.
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Is this a 1 is a yes, or a 5, like 1 being low and 5 being high, like positive? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with 1 did not.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
So, like, now you're just gonna get killed by goblins or some shit.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yeah, no, it's like, because you fucking pissed me off. You're going to be killed by... It's gonna become Doom, only you don't have weapons.
In this game, the baby crawls left.
Oh, here's what I was talking about earlier.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I think if you do this for like 12 hours straight...
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
I think
so why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No. Don't do that. Oi. Oi. Chip, 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 chip. God, that's such an annoying buzzer noise, though. Wow, no, they really went out of their way to like make this as annoying as possible. The crying baby noise, the buzzer noise, everything. They make it as terrible as possible because they're trying to hack your brain. And yeah, ooh, I could get a thing. I could get a thing. Ooh, I could get an achievement for tolerating this and doing this for 4 hours, and you have to do it within like what, 12 seconds? Like, wow, no, this is 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Okay, no, he gets there in like 5 seconds. Plus, they make the baby super cute. And the fire pretty, fiery. I'll give you a few minutes of my time. God, that's so annoying to listen to. Man, I would skip this if I were me. Wait, listen for it. That little moment. That little gasp. Or sort of choke gasps. What makes me sad is that, like, there's a thing called Foley artists. Foley artists, if I recall correctly, as I read a book about it, or read a fictional book referring to people. Foley artists are basically the people who make sound effects. You know? And those are the things you've heard a million times. Like, you may be familiar with the Wilhelm scream. And that's like this thing from a whole old school thing from like, I don't know, like the 40s or 50s, where it's like a man being attacked by alligator, but it's like called the Wilhelm scream. You've heard it like, whether you recognize it or know it or not, if you've watched more than 50 movies, you've probably heard it at least 10 times, because it's that common as a reference. It's just a fun little Easter egg for people who like movies and people who make them. But anyway, Foley artists is like, you know, like, they obviously don't break somebody's bone when you see that in a movie. They take like, you know, depending on the bone, they might have like a, you know, a bunch of, they might freeze a couple celery sticks and put it inside something and then crack it, you know, stuff like that. Like, they have to find a way to make people, or make sound, you know. Like, the weirdest thing is, you gotta think about every time you've seen a movie where, like, a actress is screaming, and it doesn't seem real, it's because they're using a sound effect, because it's really hard, actually, to get people to scream in utter fear on cue, and sometimes the best ones just get saved, and they just keep them and use them again. And that's sort of what a Foley artist does. It's like, oh, this is what it sounds like going downstairs, or a creaking door, or chains, or the sound of a meat hook being driven into a person's body. Because making those sound effects for every single film ever, all the time, is illogical. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But you could, I guess, and maybe some films do. I don't think many do. I think most of them just use sound effects. And I think they're called Foley artists, if I recall correctly. But, yeah, so we got this baby. Eventually I'm gonna let this baby fall into the fire. We all know that. I mean, it's a big red button. Who doesn't want to push a big red button? Who doesn't want to save a baby from getting barbecued? It's super cute and they're doing the thing, but it's annoying, and I'm not gonna do it for 4 fucking hours. I just thought I don't know. The more you know, and I'm pretty sure they're called Foley artists. I'm sure there's other names for sound effects and stuff, but I think it's a Foley artist when it comes to, like, editing in sounds. Like, you know, somebody fires an arrow. It has the same sound effect as it does in The Hunger Games, as it does in, like, Robin Hood. You know, if you know, that squish and slurp. It's like, I've watched like a documentary on like what certain things. It's like, oh yeah, no, if you do this and do that, it sounds a lot like what people would think this sounds like. And for instance, what people think dolphins sound like. Foley artists, they took this. I mean, according to what I saw anyway, some South American bird. I don't remember what it was, but that's what they use for the dolphin noise. Like, real dolphins actually don't make that noise because they don't usually speak outside of the water because it doesn't travel as far. And they just sped it up because it sounded enough like a dolphin noise. And it's real hard to get a dolphin under ideal circumstances without a whole bunch of other stuff. But I guess I'm gonna let this baby pass away and just get barbecued. So, who's ready for some human veal? Some of that, tasty. It's a baby. Get in my belly. Oh! I just want to see how close I can get it. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. You're about to get there. Oh my god! What's gonna happen? Oh my god! No! Actually, this time I'm pretty much, just gonna see what happens. Oh, I can let you get into the fire. Did you get bigger? It does look like you get bit.